Hey guys, I haven't made a YouTube video in ages, but this evening I couldn't help myself. Y'all, I think it's Monday, February 26th, and on CNN I saw the governor of my state here in Georgia, Governor Brian Kemp, protest the murder of a young UGA student at the hand of a Venezuelan citizen that was here illegally in the United States. And if that isn't the height of hypocrisy, I don't know what is. So, first of all, I think he said in his comments, he wrote a letter to President Biden, to the White House, and he said that every state in America, as a result of the failed policies of the Biden administration, is now a border state. Well, Governor Kemp, I disagree. I think as a result of your inaction as a Republican and all of the Republican governors across the state and the Republicans that we have in the legislature at the national level, because of their refusal to do something about all of these guns out here on the street, perhaps it is better stated that every state now is a shooting gallery. I think that's a better and more accurate statement. Furthermore, every time there is a shooting, a mass shooting in America, I don't hear so much as a little silent piece of gas coming from your behind. But you have the nerve now to use this young lady's death as political capital to advance a political narrative that's important to you. Well, isn't that selective moral outrage? Again, Governor, if you and your Republican friends remain eerily silent, deafeningly silent, every time somebody is gunned down in America, we don't hear anything from you all. But now you want to pick this as an issue to complain about. If this young lady, I think her name was Laken, and I mourn and grieve her death, certainly. I'm a part of mankind, so every man's death diminishes me, right? So if Laken and her sorority sisters were killed on that same walking trail by an American citizen with an AK-47, you wouldn't have anything to say about it. But yet you have the unmitigated gall to open your mouth and tell Biden that he's not addressing a national crisis with all of these people coming across the border illegally. What are you saying, Governor? That only Americans with guns can kill other Americans? You wouldn't have said a single word if that young lady had died as a result of gun violence in the hand of an American citizen. Oh, but now, because she was killed by an illegal alien in the country, now it's a problem. Man, you got to correct that selective moral outrage. Don't Republicans blame Democrats? And guys, I'm an independent, so I don't have a dog in the fight. I just don't like selective moral outrage. I mean, I just don't like it. Every time there is a shooting and the Democrats jump up and down about the laws that need to be changed, what do Republicans say? Oh, they're taking another mass shooting and using it. What do they like to say? They're using the death of innocent victims to advance a political agenda. They're weaponizing the death or politicizing the deaths of all of these people who are killed by guns to try to advance a so-called left-wing political agenda. Well, with all of this outrage I hear from you tonight, are you not doing the same, Governor? Right? Now, one foreign national is in the news killing a young lady that's in the state of Georgia, and now look who's politicizing an issue. So until our Republican friends, and I'm talking to you, Governor, specifically, until you and your Republican friends can muster the moral outrage with all of these American citizens who are being gunned down by other Americans with guns, until we can get you to scream out loud in protest about that, don't complain to anybody about a young lady whose death is tragic, certainly. as no less tragic than the other people who are killed every day in this country in the shooting galleries around this country because of your inaction. But until you can manage to find yourself equally outraged at the deaths of Americans who are killed by guns in the hands of other Americans, don't you open up your mouth to complain about one young lady who was killed by a foreign national. Find your moral outrage and let it be at an equilibrium. No selective moral outrage is allowed in Georgia. So says this citizen of this great state. Think on it, y'all. Blessings.